I got a problem, and first step to solving is to admit it. I'm kind of hooked on. I watched I watched a video by Alex Steele. I hate that guy. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate the guy because he's young, he's energetic, he's fun, and he does great work. I don't want to have any part of him, man. Oh, that guy. Anyway, he made a thing about a year ago, and I just watched it recently. About a year ago, he made a quick little Christmas gift. And I thought, man, I could do that, and make some hooks and put them on a bar, and it'd be cool. And at the end of the video, he says, you could do this if you're really hustling and you know what you're doing. You could do it in about an hour. You can make 4 hooks and put them on the bar and rivet them on and all this stuff. He said, and if you don't know what you're doing, 2 hours, I'm here to tell you, after, let me put these down here, after 4 hours of me trying to make hooks on my anvil, and I made hooks. I mean, they're all hook shaped. Every one, they're like snowflakes. Every one is different. Every one is unique. And so I thought, if I'm going to do something like this, I need a way to, I guess I need a way to make them more uniform and more standardized. So these 4 that I made, this fourth one right here, these that I made these the other night, and they're pretty close to the same. See, the hook is pretty darn close to the same thing. I can't hold them up, but anyway, let me show you how I did it. A couple of steps here. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on something that I think I'm learning. We'll see about making this little curly Q thing on the end here. I think I've learned something, not in these, but what we're going to try tonight. So let's fire up the forge and see what we can do. Let me show you one of the first things I learned in making those things. So here's the first thing I learned. You cannot hold this stuff in a pair of tongs like I've got, where they're just flat. Even though these grip pretty close to flat on there, there's always like one little high spot, and they just want to do whatever it is. They just want to do that on you. And so when you're hitting on it, it's moving all over the place. Forget it. I should make new tongs, I'm sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a longer piece of material that I can just hold onto and start working. So the first thing we got to do is we got to forge a taper on the end of it here. And that's actually not too bad. I've gotten to where I can kind of do that. And basically it's, you go square, a square taper, and then you start turning it and just rounding the corners off. So we'll do that first. We're going to come back about, so far, 1.5-ish, 1.25 or something like whatever that is. And I'm using my anvil block now just because I've got better corners on it. And it gets it up just a little bit. I'm kind of liking the height. I'm thinking my anvil maybe, I don't know. I kind of like the height. Alrighty, got a hot tip. Let's just go ahead and get it flat. We're just doing 90s here. Back and forth, back and forth. All right, I've got a taper that I'm not embarrassed by. Now it's just a matter of rounding the corners off. Just rotating it under my fingers here. Light hits. And I'm reasonably pleased with that. So now the next step. Get this back and we'll talk. All right, so the next step is to get the curl onto that thing. And what you see guys do is they'll take their material and they'll sort of brush it and they'll move it out here. And what I found as I was doing this is I was getting it out here and kind of basically doing that and getting a 90-degree angle. And then I was turning it over and trying to curl it over like that. I think what I've learned, and I don't know if I can do it or not, is you don't go to 90. You come out, you take it down, maybe call it 45. You come down, 45, come out, 45, 45 until you So basically what you'll end up with is your material not this way, but like this. So we're gonna give that a shot here to see. I make no promises. I don't know that I can do it, but we're gonna give it a shot. And it's not direct blows. It is really kind of a glancing thing that they do. Sort of like this. And you see how it's curving over. I'm gonna move it out some more. Yeah, so I'm not doing that right, but you see how much I got out of it. The next thing we'll just go ahead and do this. This is kind of the way it goes too. It's not really direct blows. It's more of a brushing motion to get it curled over. Not terrible. It's a little bit bigger than I would like, but it's not terrible. Okay, now this is what I came up with to to get my curl pretty standard. Let me grab one of these hooks. What you do here, so this is almost 1.5 inches. This is really like 35 mil piece of round stock that I welded just a little piece on. Basically this is 1/2 inch square. I cut out a 1/4 inch notch right up here at the top, welded that on there, and now what I'll do is I'll take that hook that I just put on there, we'll put it right here into this and bend the material around until I'm parallel with this. And that gives me a nice consistent look and feel. I'm not ashamed to say I did it this way. I did this one on the horn of my anvil, which says I can do it, but this takes me forever to do. So let me grab this piece here. Let's see if we're hot. There we go. Well, curlicue is to the out. We're going to bring it around. Hope I don't hit anything else. You weren't supposed to have to be behind me. Let's see if we can get this on here and finish this. So I'm basically just giving it some hammer look to it, just so that it looks forged and not just bent. But that's it. That's the hook. I have already pre-marked this. I've kind of pre-cut it. I made these 7.5 inches long. This is 1/4 inch stock and 7.5 inch cuts. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here with the Hardy cutoff tool next, and then we're going to make a flat spot that we can run a screw or a rivet through. Okay, we got the cutoff in here. All I got to do is find my mark. You know, I don't know how guys do this when they just put like a little dimple with the. I put a full cut in here, and I can't see it or feel it. I don't know how you do it, guys. There it is right there. All right. And that's as far as I'm going to go. We'll use the tongs so he doesn't go flying across the room here. We're cut off. I'll straighten that back up, and then we're going to put the flat part on. Okay, before I do this, I want to I want to clear my throat again. I don't know what's going on. I'll talk about what I'm going to do next here. Now, isn't that beautiful? It's so uniform. It'll work. It'll work for what I'm doing. So you notice how this thing lines up. It kind of comes off flat off here, but it's stepped right on the front side. That's so that when it's mounted to whatever it's mounted to, it'll mount flat, and we'll be able to put something through that. Anyway, this operation is a half on, half off operation. If you ever see these guys and they're driving these things, this is why they do it. If you hit it half on, half off, that means half the material's on, half the material's off. What will happen is we'll drive all of it straight down, including this piece here. So as it's coming, all of it will come down, and we'll end up with this little flat nub. So Let me get this thing hot and we'll see if we can't get a decent flat spot on me here. Okay, we want the hook down. What did I do with my hammer? Ah! Lose my heat, lose my heat. We want the hook down so that the flat spot is going to be against the back. And I'm just going about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/8, and hitting it. There it is. It's kind of round. And a little straightening needs to happen, but you can see that it's right where it needs to be here. Throw that in the vise and bend it over. So, I can't say it. You got to see my face. I got to hang on. Let's see if we can autofocus. I have no idea if I'm autofocused or not. Where am I? I'm over here. So there you have it. This thing is hot, black hot, I've heard. I've read that today. Black hot means it's black, but it'll still burn the heck out of you. So, and I've done it. Believe me, I've done it. There we have it. We have a hook, a couple hundred more of these, and I'll be all set for Christmas. So, you have a great day. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and click the thumbs up button down below. It really does help. If you'd like to be notified when we publish new content, go ahead and click my channel icon to subscribe. And finally, while you're here, take some time to check out some of our other videos. Have a great day and get out there and do something new today.